A-Train Station has long been the most powerful, sharp sports betting analytics tool available, but it's now also the easiest to use. Watch this video and you'll learn how. Welcome to the Advantage. I'm A-Train Bets, and I use my brain to make bets. In this video, I want to show you how easy it is to get started finding plays with A-Train Station. Now, we've done a lot of work to provide a lot of depth of analysis, a lot of information. There's tons of videos out there on our YouTube channel, and that's great once you get to a certain point in terms of advantage sports betting. It's great for pros. It's great for the people who've been doing this for a long time. But one of the complaints that I've gotten many times is that A-Train Station's too hard to get to that point with. And we agreed. So we changed that. So that's what we've done. And I want to show you just how easy it is to start finding great plays with A-Train Station. So once you log in, so when you come into A-Train Station for the first time, you're going to have to do two setup things. One is to enter a bankroll amount. That's the amount of money you have to bet. The second thing is that you need to set the books that you can bet at. Right? Those are the things that you have to do so that we know the information we need to give you places to bet and bet size recommendations. So that's why you have to enter that. Those are easily done right when you first join. But once you've joined, any future time you come into the station, you will land at this page, and this page now gives you some core searches. You can also get to them when you click the search button up here. They'll pop in kind of an abbreviated format. But when you want to know, or you want to take a little different approach, not only can you get to these with one click, but you can then build upon them, use them as templates for all the more advanced strategies you'll come up with as you build your skills. So that's what's so exciting about this, is that it gives you somewhere to start. And so one of my favorites, let's look at this one, the plus money coin flip. I'm just going to pull this one up, and what this is, and we're not going to go into all the details of the specifics because I just want you to understand just how fast and easy it is to find these plays. If you say, okay, all I want to do is find the best plays in this strategy, all you have to even do is just click on this and it will enter it. So you just go to Novig, make this play and be done, and know that you got a nice positive EV play. That's how simple it is. But what the plus money coin flip is, what the search actually means, is that it is about finding situations where most of the market says, you know what, this is about a coin flip. Either side's about a 50% likelihood of winning, and they will charge a certain amount of hold on top of it. So what you see is both sides have negative odds over most of it. Then one book, like in this case, Novig, has a plus 100 or a plus 106 on this particular play. And so then you can bring them together, you can bring them in, you can make the plays, but you don't even have to do, we have plenty of videos that cover all the advanced stuff. We're not even gonna look at it here. You could do it from the screen. You'd say, I like the strategy. I like when we're getting such a good price. It's like price shopping. This is just pure price shopping. And it finds you these scenarios where most of the market, you see what this Novig line is? It's minus 104, minus 111, minus 101. The Novig line is negative, and the bet you can make is positive. That's as simple as it gets. And so that's why I like this. This is why we put it at the top of the list, is it's the simplest positive EV strategy you can find. And granted, positive EV betting is getting harder and harder to do successfully, especially when you use a tool that has one screen, that has one search, that you don't know where the plays are coming from, and you're doing the same thing as 10,000 other people. Good luck finding an edge there. But here, you can find the edge in a way that's unique, and you can start tweaking it to find plays nobody else is playing. That's how you can start to stay under the radar and find plays that nobody else is finding, and the books won't get wiser as fast. And so that's the key, is don't be following the herd. Don't be one of a bunch of dull knives in a drawer. Be a sharp edge. And that sharp edge comes from doing things differently. And so these are launching off points to do that. So this is a pretty simple strategy. You can see how all of the Novig lines are negative. All of the odds that I can play are positive, and you can always see, here's the book that I can play. Now, I have ProfitX and Novig and some other ones, but you will have different books that you can select from, and that's simply done by selecting which books when you sign up. So that is that on the plus money coin flip. Now, let's take look at a couple of these other ones. They're all going to look basically the same in the context of the results, and it comes up immediate. Our engineering is second to none, and the customizability. If you want to understand, for example, what's in the case here, the Sharp book weightings, all I have to do is go to configure. I'm going to go to weightings. I'm going to just bring it up there. And in the Sharp book, here's what we have for the Sharp book weightings. And you can see there's a bunch of different kinds of books. You can create your own weightings. We have 3 of them baked in. But the key is that all of these can be adjusted. You always know what they are. There's no trusting some black box magic algorithm. You can always take this and say, you know what? I like this, but you know what? I really don't want to use Novig, for example. All right, so then all you have to do is say, I'm going to save this as Sharp minus Novig, right? And I come in here, I'm saving it. I now have it in my list. You can see that behind my head over here. And I can say, okay, I'm going to make this 0, right? All I would have to do is hit save. Now I'm using a different weighting set. So I come back to my search page here, and I say, instead of using the default Sharp weighting, I'm going to use my own, and I've got to actually refresh this because I just changed it. I'm going to use my Sharp Novig, and I'm going to apply, right? And so now I'm running the same thing without Novig. And so that's how easy it is to start to build on top of this and adjust. But you don't even have to do that. You don't even have to start from that. But if I want to say, okay, let's look at what came up in my new search that now I'm probably the only one out there who's using, I can say, okay, well, look at this. I've got an offsetting play here between FanDuel and Pinnacle. Who do I think is better in this case? Probably Pinnacle. So I'm going to look and say, okay, well, the market says that the true odds are right around here. FanDuel's giving me a better price. Kansas City Royals under 3.5. Go. Like, that's how you do it. Right. And so, like, you can always build upon that. But if you come back here and you just say, okay, show me some basic stuff. You want to see some arbitrage plays? Let's just click on it. One click. This is going to bring up where you're going to play both sides of these bet markets. And it's going to show you exactly where you can do that. Right. So you can see here we've got some tennis plays that have some pretty wide. This one's got a really big difference in it. You could really make something that may be gone by the time you can get to it. I can't actually play at Pinnacle, so it doesn't help me there. But this is the kind of thing that you can just go and scan and pick up a few bucks. It's never quite guaranteed because the books have to do 2 things for the bet to be guaranteed. One is they have to accept your bet at the price that you see, which sometimes these things are moving quickly. Sometimes you get limited. So recognize risk-free arbitrage is not a real thing, but recognize that if you want to do arbitrage, which is a viable way for a lot of beginning sports bettors, you can do that here. And we have videos on arbitrage. There's a bunch of resources out there, but this is a way you can do it. One click, you can find the place. And that's the thing that I really want you to think about is like, yes, there's a place for really advanced strategies. There's a place for really powerful analytics, but sometimes you just want to click one thing and say, okay, show me these plus money coin flips, right? And so I get that, and that's fair because sometimes you only have 5 minutes. Do you want to have 5 minutes of going and doing a bunch of, setup? Because if I go here to the advanced, this is going to actually pull my settings, my defaults from my configuration because I've used a lot of advanced stuff. And so that's fine. But the thing is, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be super advanced from the beginning. And with A-Train Station, we now have it priced in a way that it's affordable for everyone. Any bankroll can afford A-Train Station now. I mean, you can do it for $9 for 24 hours. I mean, that's crazy. But we wanted to make it so that anyone who wants to put in the effort is not held back because of the cost. We want everybody to be using this because if we can, then this creates a better environment for bettors who are taking it seriously and not feeding an addiction. I mean, that's an important piece of this is that most bettors out there aren't really trying to win. They're just trying to do something to distract themselves from something else or what have you. And they tell themselves, oh, I really enjoy this. Do you really enjoy losing? Because I know when I started doing sports betting, I started to see there were opportunities to use data and analytics to help drive better sports betting. I said, you know what? I don't like losing. I'd rather win. And by rather winning, it started us down this path of finding ways to analyze this. But you see, you have all the information you really need to be able to go make a play on some of these things. And there's videos that cover all the details of this. But at the simplest form, you say, okay, well, based on this basic strategy that we just pulled in for the sharp player, I could probably go and play this Azura Stevens points over 13.5, play it straight away at this because I know that this is a good standard search. And so with A-Train Station, now you have all these different options to choose from and how you want to just start. and then you can let that journey unfold before you. And so we're really proud of this. We're really hopeful that a lot of people will see this and recognize, hey, there's a better way than following the masses and expecting to get edge. I mean, come on, you really believe that? So, you know, I know we're selling software too. I know we're selling opportunities that sound in a lot of ways like what a lot of other people are doing. I get that. And there's no way I can put together the magic words to convince you that we're different than the others. All you can do is analyze it. Be skeptical of everything that you hear, from everything you hear from me, everything you hear from everyone, and decide for yourself what makes sense. Decide for yourself who's telling the truth, because I'm doing my best. We're giving you the things you're asking for, and we're hopeful that a lot of people hear this message and change their sports betting success forever. And I can't wait to get the comments of the people who are like, oh, this is all BS, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I understand that perspective, and that perspective gives us a lot of value as sharp sports bettors. We love that perspective because it makes it possible for us. So look at it, learn it, be skeptical of all of it, get the station, try it out for $9 for 24 hours. You can see the difference in working with A-Train Station versus anything else out there. And it's not to say we do everything for everybody. There's a bunch of great tools out there that do other strategies, other specialized things, but our specialty is going deep and now helping you connect to that as easily as possible. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully you've learned something. We'd love to see you at the station. Check us out on the other videos that we have on the YouTube channel. Connect with us. Go to atraindiscord.com and ask questions. Connect with the community. It does not cost anything. So we'd love to have you. Thank you for watching this video. We will see you on the next one. For now, this train is leaving the station. Until next time, save the units for the bros and do your betting like the pros with A-Train Station. We'll see you soon. Thanks.